So how are we doing? How are we doing, couples? Or you know what? Married couples, pre-engaged couples, and individuals. Anybody can take this, and I hope there's some individuals in here as well who are single because you are already becoming marriage minded. You are. This is part of you doing your work before you get married, so you can be ready with the right mindset, the right spirit. Deal with things that need to be dealt with. If you need to heal, you need to grow. Get you to really think about things so that way when you meet that special someone, you be able to offer a whole lot. You bring in more to the table because you are well equipped. Just having the knowledge, you are equipped. Because equipped don't mean you got it all down pat. It means you're open. You have developed a healthy level of communication. You become introspective. You're a critical thinker. You have an understanding of the biblical, what marriage is in God's eyesight. So this is all with a whole biblical approach because it's a foundation. God created marriage. And I am a Christian life coach. How would I bring it any other way? But I hope you're enjoying this. So in the part, I think you at week 3, you're going to be talking about action and coactivity, establishing intimacy, understanding understanding love language, intimacy versus sex and love, histories, honesty about our expectations, along with questionnaires for you to explore, share, and discuss each other's response. Like why you think that way? Where did you come up with that? Or where did you formulate that idea from? This is why you're going into each other's histories, because you're going to learn that what we have gone through, our life experiences, also affect the way we think about things, the way we perceive things, the way we believe things. And so we get to learn about each other's core beliefs and values. Sometimes they may not be correct because if we came out of a toxic, families, and we never learned or separated ourselves from those toxic relationships or beliefs and practices, then that can affect the way we relate to each other. That can affect our parenting. If you come from an abusive family structure, you may still respond a certain way because that's what you saw your father or your mother do, but it doesn't mean it is correct. So that's why it's important to understand your history. A long time ago, people used to get, I don't think they still do this, but you let me know. Because I was married for 10 years, but I've been divorced for about 20, a little over 20 years. And so I know things change, but we used to have to get a blood test to see are there any past sicknesses and illnesses that can be passed down to generation. Is it generational or whatever? Just to really know your mate or know the person you want to become your mate. You need to know. It's vital information, because if you're thinking about having children, and not only having children to see if they can inherit these illnesses or problems, right? Or generational curses, that's a whole nother teaching. But to see if you are willing to, or being prepared to deal with things should that spouse develop something, a trait that you see in the family. So that's why it's so important. So we're going to get into week 3 actually, and keep moving along. We got to get these 8 weeks in. All right, guys, let's get started.
I guess you're still here, which is a good thing. We made it to week 3, where we're going to talk about coaction and coactivity, establishing intimacy, understanding love languages, intimacy versus sex and love, histories, honesty about our expectations, along with questionnaires for exploring, sharing, and discussing each response. So that ultimate marriage test that you took during the previous class course slide, it really opens you up to getting to discussions about your love language and what is that and what does that look like to you. How do you interpret love, and helping your partner to understand how you interpret love and what ways you show it and you would like it demonstrated to you. Very important. So we really get into the juicy part of this course. I want to get into the topic of coactivity and coaction. Very important. Some couples did not get to engage in these activities and coaction and coactivity for different reasons, because people get together for different reasons. Some of them being maybe having a child out of wedlock and being thrown into a relationship because you were told that this is what you're supposed to do because marriage is honorable before God, and because you had a child you need to get married, but not having the other understanding of other elements and components of love, such as the love fulfillment that we discuss in the love fulfillment triangle part of this course, and understanding the ministry in marriage and the purpose of marriage. So you were thrown into it feeling condemned if you didn't do that. So when you miss out on coactivity and coaction, you have missed the opportunity to bond and connect and to find out what is the purpose. But it's not too late, especially if you're taking this course right now. You'll learn after this that you can restore, or you can start afresh and build a foundation even after you have come together. Never too late, never too late. As long as you have two participating couples or people in the relationship who want to work on building a strong connection in a strong marital relationship. So let's look at the word coactivity. Meaning entails spending time together, engaging in leisure, recreational, fitness, and other activities, planning and co-creating, and brainstorming together. Definitely these activities help to build a connection, a bond, intimacy, and all of that. Coaction can produce increased levels of intimacy in any relationship, even friendships. You spend time together with your friends. You have those close friends that you both share the same passions. You connect on some level, can be spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You connect, and the more time you spend together, you increase the level of intimacy. You become each other's confidant and best friends. And so the same thing with marriage, because I believe, and many of you do too, that a friendship should be built first and strengthened, which creates a strong foundation for any marriage, because that security is there, that love, that unconditional selfless love is there, that comfortability is there. So coaction takes place because of all of that. The definitions: coactivity, unity in action. Okay, I got this from the Webster Revised Unabridged Dictionary. You can find that also on Merriam. But coaction also means joint action. So they kind of one and the same. Unity of action, joint action. There's an effort on both parts. There's a unity. There's a coming together. There's communion of each other when coactivity and coaction are practiced. And families need to engage in that as well. That's another way for families to build a level of strong cohesion in their relationship. The more they do things together, the more closer the family members become, because everybody is a part of that union. That unity is formed and it is built, and there's a joint effort between everyone to participate.